Hey, all right, it's another day. I would like to do Taste of Hope and Sins of Father today, but I have a little bit of work I have to do in the morning, so I'm going to open with trying to finish up that Chop 75 Magic Logs task. So off to Tyrannin I go.
So one thing I forgot, I was sharing the whole getting a magic thing from Zulrah thing yesterday, and someone pointed out that you can, I think Puppet did, you can disassemble those for 20,000 skills.
So it's actually pretty good. Uh, it's a lot of skills. If I end up getting the helm, I think that would be ideal. If I get the helm next, then I could use the skills on the helm to make Zulrah fights easier because I don't have to deal with Venom anymore.
And then after that, I would just need to get the blowpipe. I think I'd be done.
And I might keep doing it for seeds and stuff, but we'll see. Before I start working on questing, I also yesterday went through my league points list and categorized all of my remaining tasks based on how long I expected to complete. So I might want to rush through and do all the ones that I said were only going to be a couple minutes. It wouldn't take too terribly long. I also reevaluated the ones that I had previously marked impossible. I had marked the steal from a bakery stall step and Sophon of impossible, but it turned out that you needed to complete contact for an NPC to appear there. So that one's actually doable. Probably go do that one. I guess I can run down that list here while we're woodcutting. Hard Karamja Diary. I just have to use a Mithril Grapple. Pythinus Agility Course. I have that one marked as do it right away, but I need to get some kind of boost. So now that I have a grown cat, I might go ahead and do... Oh, speaking of having a grown cat, let me make sure I don't let it get too old here. I might go ahead and do Evil Dave. It's unfortunate I can't get a wily cat, because having a wily cat makes spice farming way more tolerable. But, you know, what are you going to do? With those boosts, that will unlock potentially a bunch of things, because we will be able to do tasks without actually having to reach the full level. Harvest an Irrit Leaf from an herb patch. Harvest a Haralander from an herb patch. Some of these, I'm like, why did I not do this before? Fletch a Magic Short Bow I should be able to boost to now. 30 prayer potions, I think I have more than enough Ranars from killing Kalphite Queen. Black D'hide Body is just getting 2 more ranged levels, which I probably want to do anyway. Craft 50 Death Runes, is really close to being able to do that. Rune Craft. Defeat a Fossil Island Wyvern, and a Dust Devil in the Crudian Desert. Achieve 100% Sanctity and Shades of Morton. Level 60 in every skill at this point is literally just 3 levels of construction that I think I already have the logs for. Pickpocket a Menopite Thug 50 times, ferment 100 jugs of wine. I have defeat Zulrah in 130 or less because I think my record is 134. So it's just a question of getting the lucky rolls to actually clear it that quickly. Currently doing Chop 75 Magic Logs from Magic Trees, which is the longest one.
So something else I'm doing right now while I'm finishing up these magic logs, I think I've decided that I don't want to mess around with 99 for most of the skills. I mean, if I'm trying to
Clean up points towards the end of the league, maybe I'll try to grind it out for a couple of the more AFK skills. But I do want to get access to all of the available content for every skill, and we're there for woodcutting. 75 magic logs, that's the last thing you unlock on woodcutting. There's basically no reason to train it after that, so it's kind of silly that I went for the lumberjack outfit. That's okay though. I mean, I was doing temple trekking anyway to see what we would get from the skill tomes. I think what I'm getting at here is that unless if I need to do some kind of woodcutting for another skill like fletching or fire making, I think after I get this 75 magic logs task, I'm just not going to touch woodcutting again. And I think there's a couple other skills where I've already reached the highest thing you can do with it, like highest task you can do and the most important potion you can make from it and so on. So that will likely be the philosophy going forward, is keep taking skills up until you run out of tasks to do with them other than the Reach 99 task. 75 magic logs. I am done with this. Let's get out of here. Do a quick lap just to see if I happen to bump into a crystalline bling. I can hold my breath on it. I said I was going to do Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father. That's still coming down the pike, but I kind of want to go down this list of tasks that I classified as only requiring a few minutes. So it'd be good to just open with that, I think. Also, I want to try to get fire making up. I don't have the logs banked to do it right now, although I think I might be able to get it from the U logs that sometimes drop from Zulrah. Once I can get it to 75, I'm just going to burn all these magic logs, and that should get me... I think I can stop fire making at like 80 is what I need for Shades of Morton. So, should be pretty doable. Hard Ramja complete. That gets me a Shiloh Village teleport, which is pretty nice. Arid Leaf. I guess an advantage with the Shiloh Village teleport is that it is pretty close to a deposit chest. Not an actual bank, but for certain activities, it might be better for banking. Lamp on prayer, please. I'm tempted to do it on Slayer, but 85 prayer I really need. 160k gets us to 79 prayer. 6 more levels to 85, which is the target. Yeah, I think this bank deposit chest is generally going to be closer. Actually, rather than burn all these magic logs, I think make some magic short bows for money and for fletching XP. So that's going to require that I make the pie, dragon fruit pie. Alright, +4 fletching, magic short bows. It's actually 2 tasks, fletch and then equip a magic short bow. We'll see before I use all my magic logs on this. Oh, right. Why didn't I get credit? These bowstrings from temple trekking. Fletch a magic short bow. Equip a magic short bow. These points. Let's see. That was not as much fletching XP to make that as I was expecting, so I'm just gonna stop there. I think I should save the magic logs for fire making, because I have other ways to train fletching, but log burning is my only way to do fire making. Make 30 prayer potions. Use 30 peapots. Craft 4 runes with 1 essence. I think that's water runes. I still have some essences left. I was a little bit worried for a second there. Definitely need to push through and finish 70 ranged. Figure out where I'm going to do that. Craft 4 runes with 1 essence. Easy. Death runes I would have to boost for. Beat any type of wyvern on Fossil Island. Feed a dust devil in the desert. Task complete. Pickpocket metafights 50 times. Alright, here goes blackjacking, which I don't... Unexpected last recall cheese. Use last recall to reset the aggro on a Menophyte thug once it aggroes you. Pickpocket a Menophyte thug 50 times. Done. Let's go to Sophnam. Steal a chocolate slice, one of my few remaining easy tasks. I might still not be able to steal from it, even though there's stuff there now, and it lists as a bakery stall. So I guess the NPC exists to sell stuff, but it's not stealable. I'm moving you back to block. Meant 100 jugs of... And then it's pretty much just Fossil Island wyvern and amount of stuff. Everything else is 30 minutes or longer. So I'll do those other things eventually. Jugs of water. Have 56 empty jugs. Jug pack somewhere. Empty jug. Pork Basmatis. A general store in Canif. That's perfect. You know, with wine I should be able to hit 99 magic pretty easily. By 99 magic I mean 99 cooking. Because I think because of Production Master I make all of them instantly. It'd be good to have them in the bank too, because they're really good healing for when I'm doing something that doesn't require melee, which is everything with my build. So I guess the big issue is filling the jugs with water since I don't have a humidify. Do it like I did at TwitchCon where I manually filled thousands of jugs. I don't think I realized that humidify was a thing. Those are dark times. Alright, closest water source to teleport? I guess not to teleport, doesn't I can last recall. I'll just do 100 for now, it should be fine. We'll see, I think you get noted water jug drops from the Abyssal Sire, which I intend to do a decent amount of Sires because I'm excited to mage the shit out of it. Production Master is definitely feeling good. Like, Skilling Prodigy, I think I said when I picked Production Master that I get why a lot of people are picking Skilling Prodigy. It's really great for a really long time, but like every single level you gain, it becomes less and less useful. And obviously it would be really nice right now so I could do stuff early with Slayer. But once I get into that range where I have all my content unlocked with skills, it's basically a dead relic, and I don't think the Production Master ever becomes dead. Which I guess it's silly to plan that far ahead. Like, it's definitely changed the way I've played everything up to this point. But I think a big part of it is that this game, like the early levels, levels 1 through 50 or even 60, are basically trivial for, every skill in the game, whether you're questing for it, especially with the XP boosts. So really, I feel like Skilling Prodigy is working hard for you between, I don't know, 60 and like 80 something on most skills. And then as soon as you pass that threshold, which you'll have an easier time doing because of the boost, it's basically dead. So it's situations like this and situations like processing materials from Zolcano that make me feel very rewarded for having taken Production Master, even though it kind of sucked in the early game when I didn't really have enough resources to enjoy the speed up. It would be nice if I can get within boost range of 95 cooking so I can make summer pies, because that would let me do some tasks in Prythenis. I actually have no idea how much XP this is going to be worth. We're going to find out in about 9 seconds. Hot damn. 976,000. Cook manta rays and ferment 100 jugs of wine. Task complete. Go ahead and mark that done. Yeah, so we're definitely within boost range of 95 cooking. Let me double check what the boost is on a regular Chef's Delight, and if I can get a regular Chef's Delight without having to participate in brewing. Gourmet Implings. Did I already get one from when I was farming them earlier? That's enough of a boost now. Well, this is silly, but I think I'm going to go to Puro Puro and try to catch Gourmet Implings. I guess real quick before I do that, let me finish the combat-related tasks that I was already sitting on. I think that makes sense. So that was defeat a spitting wyvern. Any type of wyvern. I think I need the elemental shield, which I think I've bought. Do I need to be on a Slayer task for these guys? I might be. No, I don't remember. I'll wait till I get that task. Is there anything else that's combat-related? One that's kind of combat-related in that it involves killing Shades at Shades of Morton. But that's 2 tasks. I have to get 100% Sanctity during the minigame. Let me give that a try really quick. "100% Shades of Morton Sanctity task complete." I'm sure you figured this out, but it looks like I'm doing this part first. I said I was going to go do Taste of Hope and then do Task Focus, but no, let's do the tasks. Why not? It's a fun time, I think. God, I wish I could barrage these. It would be such... Yeah, I can't. It makes me so sad. It'd be awesome. Not multi-combat. I'm going to need to chop some higher level logs here. I need to get some U logs. Let me finish getting as much Sacred Oil as possible, and then I'll do some quick research. Probably going to end up doing a decent amount of Shades of Morton. I have to for reasons. I think I can do mahogany logs for a lot of what I want to do here. I'll need U eventually for A's and Shades. And I have to get fire making up to 80. I'm going to see how much fire making XP this is with leagues. I think it's better once you have the Elite Mauritania Diary, but I'm already going to have to be 80 fire making by the time I get that unlocked. That's not what we want. Okay, so if I recall correctly, I have to do these in order, right? Key to open a bronze. Okay, so I got to kill some fringe shadows first. And I eventually need to save 1 silver key. Almost forgot the most important tinderbox. There's a seal key red. Don't need these Frin remains. I don't need to worry about it right now, but I've been trying to figure out why my Karamja Glove shift-click option wouldn't work, so I've been working with the RuneLite team, and they said that I have to change the setting on live first. Something to do with the way it tracks which tier of gloves you have, and I have the gloves 4 on live, so I'll swap and do that later. It's not a huge priority for me right now. Hey, there's a black key. First kill. Beautiful. Royal remains. Alright, so for the A's and Shades, I need to do U or better, I think. So I accidentally made an extra mahogany pyre log. That was a mistake. So black key purple, not what we want. I think they should drop silver ones, right? They would have to. I don't know how else you would get them. Black key black, key crimson. That comes from the A's and remains. Okay, well I only get 1 more shot, then I have to chop some U's, which I prefer to not do, but I will if I have to. Hoping I can just use all my banked magic logs for this coming up in the future. Okay, I don't think it makes sense for me to chop U logs, especially since woodcutting is dead to me now. I think it makes sense for me to do Zulrah. Let me try to get the Fire Shade task. Man, I'm crazy this morning. I woke up this morning like, I'm going to go do Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father, because Sins of the Father is going to be the name of the episode. And what the fuck am I doing at this point? I'm cutting U logs in order to... It's fine. Hopefully I get a silver key here. I'm just going to try to get the defeat a fire shade task. It's my main goal at the totally going to run out of bank space. I'm going to have to go to the wise old man to reclaim some space here. There is a silver key. Beautiful. That's why we came here. So and it's perfect because it's a silver key red, which is the worst silver key. So I think I could technically farm for the Amulet of the Damned through Azen Shades, but that seems like a huge pain in the ass. I'm going to go ahead and get a full inventory of fire remains, and then I got to wait until Zulrah drops some U logs to keep leveling fire making. It's going to take a while. I might try to get it to 75 and then use that as an opportunity to go finish rescuing Evil Dave and see if I can fish for a spicy stew boost. At some point we're going to do quests, promise. Feed a fire shade, 50 points. So I may as well, since I'm going to be using magic logs to burn the fire shades, I may as well burn these last 2 pyre logs. Let's see what I get with the Azen remains. Crap, I've been muted for a little bit here. My cats are going crazy, so I keep muting so you don't hear them thunking on things. Like I have really nice noise removal software, but it doesn't do much for sudden loud thunk noises on the desk. What did I not say? I ended up getting a silver key, which is good. I ended up burning my remaining Azen remains and turning in the extra silver key to see if I got a lucky Amulet of the Damned. I did not. Got an Amulet of Power. I ran out of blood runes. Currently planning to go do Zulrah to get U logs to grind fire making 80 so that we can go hard on the Amulet of the Damned. Because I'm out of blood runes, I don't want to spend a ton of money on blood runes. I'm just going to buy some seed blood runes and then see if I can get my money back at Barrows. Hopefully 25 lasts long enough. We'll see. I might be pushing it. First KC was 61 blood runes, which is exactly what I needed. So hopefully I can just sustain and start building up a stack here. I'm going to try to avoid spending gold on runes if I can get away with it. So my priorities are shifting as I'm doing this. I was planning on holding off on going hard on Barrows until I had the Desert Elite Diary, but as I'm doing this, it's occurring to me that because of all of my buffs, because of the fact that I'm casting ice spells, I can keep enemies away from me, I really don't need prayer that much. There's a couple of brothers where prayer matters, and maybe I can start sipping prayer potions for them, or just trying to be extra careful, but I think my point is that if I'm going to go hard on Barrows, it's fine to do it now. So I think I'll do that. I might back out once I get enough blood runes. Still going to do Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father at some point this episode. I'm not going to do it soon. It seems like a good idea just because it's going to get me set up with a ton of runes for all the other content that I want to do. And if I can finish the RM set, that'll be a big light of fire under me to finish getting the Amulet of the Damned, make things better. It just occurred to me that another good reason to do this is I can use the Chaos Runes to get Onyx Jewelry. So I'm going to start researching what levels of crafting I need to do that. And how many Chaos Runes I need. I think it's like 7,000 Chaos Runes or something. Provided I'm only ever casting Ice Blitz and Ice Barrage, Chaos Runes are pretty much dead for me, so that would be the perfect thing to use it on. Oh, I'm sorry. By 7,000, I meant 28,000. Never mind. Maybe I'll just get lucky and get some drops from Zulrah, which I'm going to do soon. I'm going to try to get enough blood runes here to go give it a try. It's an absolutely terrible Barrows chest. It's like a couple hundred mind runes, and like it was worth 3k. It's really bad. I think the region bracelet might actually be an upgrade. Yeah, I think it's better than the combat bracelet. And I think my endgame cape is actually going to be the hit points cape, silly enough. So if I have that and the region bracelet, I'll get the 4x region. And I basically within boost range of making that too. I'd have to get an Onyx first. Alright, so if the drop rate's effectively 1 in 5, I will be dry on the next chest if I don't get a piece. Got 3 pieces and 19 kills. Poor Egg's hammers. Oh, I'm not dry anymore. I'm so lucky. There's the arms robe skirt. Yeah, it's a pretty big defense bonus. A prayer bonus is lost, so I guess in situations where I don't care about defense, I'm probably going to use my existing clue scroll drop. But that is still super exciting. That means I only need 2 more pieces of the arm set. The hat would be great. That's going to be a huge upgrade over the wizard cap that I'm currently wearing. Nice. And then the staff, obviously. And I'll start focusing on getting that amulet of the damned. Beautiful. Stepped away to feed the cats really quick so they would chill out. It's been really crazy. So I'm going to see how long I can stand to keep doing barrows, because honestly, after looking at all of the options I have available to me, because of the regions I chose, because I don't get an occult necklace or a mage cape or whatever, like, this is the only DPS boost that is remaining in the league. Everything else is just for task points, like, you know, doing all the barrow sets for task points, or getting a dragon chain body, or even at this point, honestly, I don't think I'm going to use the blowpipe. It sounds like there is exactly one fight in the Theater of Blood that has something hard-coded that cares about your attack style, that doesn't just block you from using creative attack styles through magic defense. So I will need to get probably around 80 or 90 ranged in melee for that one boss fight in Theater of Blood. But everything else should be mageable, and there's nothing else I can do to increase my DPS other than to get the arm set and the Amulet of the Damned. So it seems like, since this is the last upgrade, and I can do it pretty efficiently, and there's not really any other content in the game that would make this more efficient, I really don't think that the pool effect from Desert Elite would make that much of a difference, given that I'm basically at full resources all the time. I'm just going to stay here for as long as I can tolerate it. I get pretty burned out on barrows on live pretty quickly. Like, it's easy to get discouraged if you go like 20 chests and you're only getting runes, and it's live, so you don't care that much about runes. But here I care a lot about runes. 1. And 2, the drop rate's like 1 in 5, so I can feel it a lot more. And honestly, I mean, I guess it would crash a part of the economy, because stuff like the arms gear is pretty useful, but 1 in 5 seems like the right drop rate for barrows. Maybe if they guaranteed that you couldn't get a double drop or something. Because it takes just long enough to be annoying if you get nothing and you go really dry for a while. I'm out of water runes. Okay, hold on. Hey, Darok's Axe. Cool. Well, there's a second Arms robe skirt. It's my first duplicate. Okay, so I'm an enormous idiot. Enormous idiot. Because I didn't think about doing this in 25 KC, but hey, now I thought about it. I guess also I did a lot of my KC before I had the more tinny legs. Here's the plan. We use the legs to port out, and then once we get 5 of the brothers dead, we use the crystal to recall to the chest. Why am I even running through the dungeon like some kind of pleb? This is I feel like I've been really doing a good job of taking advantage of the crystal this whole time, but after I realized that I had to walk out of the dungeon, you know, and I said, oh, I'm going to use the Mauritania Legs 3. That's more convenient than walking out. I'm not getting attacked constantly. I just stopped thinking about ways that the crystal could still be relevant. So we're going to do that. That's going to make things less sucky. I look forward to it. Look at that. Crystal back to the chest. The boss is right there. Should have been doing this the whole time. Huge time saver. This last recall thing that I wish I would have figured out 20 kills ago makes barrows way more tolerable. It speeds things up, but I think a lot of my stress with barrows is that I can't fully AFK it because I have to pay attention when I'm in the crypts, and not having to pay attention in the crypts is my favorite thing. Carol's crossbow. It's cool. Hey, here's another double chest. Two things I didn't have, too. Guthan's plate body, Carol's leather skirt. I think the Carol's one might actually be useful at some point. I think I can probably combine it with other mage gear, still be above the threshold to always hit with ice spells, but get my defenses up a little bit. So that's cool. Let's see, what are we up to? 2 pieces of Guthan's, 3 pieces of Carol's. So I get one more piece, and that's a task. 1 piece of Torags, 1 piece of Darroch's, 2 arms. I'm probably going to stop doing barrows when I finish arms. Well, hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. I might come back towards the end of the league to try to grind out a few more points, but main thing I'm here for is arms. Actually, Guthan's would be good too. Then I could even more easily AFK melee. Hey, there's Carol's top, and now we have the entire Carol set. Go ahead and equip that, get the task. Not the task I wanted to get first, but I guess I shouldn't complain. Oh, I need a range level 70, which I don't have yet. Okay. I might take a break from barrows once we get to 1,000 blood runes in the inventory to go do some Zulrah, just to change things up. But it does seem like it makes sense to just keep rushing this until we get the arm set complete. There's another duplicate, Guthan's plate body. Hey, Verax helmet. I'm continuing until we get to 50 KC, and then I'm probably going to take a short break and then go do Zulrah for a little bit, see if I can get some U-logs. We will be doing Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father. It's going to happen. Just putting it off forever. Making out like a bandit with runes here. Yeah, 2,158 runes from barrows alone so far. I've used so many of them. I think a lot of these are from Calphite Queen kills. All right, here comes Barrow's chest number 50. Another 118 blood runes. I am not going to complain. Okay, I think I'm going to go do a little bit of Zulrah, see if I can get some U-logs. I need those. Those are actually part of my main progression. It's not just doing a random task or something. I want to have 80 fire making, or at least 75 fire making, in order to do silver keys, in order to get several copies of the Amulet of the Damned. So give me a sec here to gear up. I'm going to have to walk there the super duper long way. Well, maybe I can afford at this point to just take the charter ship, save myself a trip through the jungle. Yeah, let's do that. Here we go. Zulrah time. That's unfortunate. It's 30 clean dwarf wheat. There's a task for cleaning 100 dwarf wheat. Got a double antidote plus drop. That's pretty cool. Hey, task complete. Defeat Zulrah in 130. I did it exactly 130. And I've got some more teleports now, which is nice. 50 mahogany logs. That's pretty cool. I'll take 35 manta rays. It's hard for me to get that high of healing food. I don't need them right now, but still pretty cool. This must be what Zulrah is like for a lot of people, where you kill it in under 2 minutes. Like, it's gonna be a long time before you see my live Zulrah attempts, but with the gear I had access to, my first kill was like a 8 or 9 minute kill or something. It was rough.
Unfortunate. I was about to get a record there. The boss died as I died. I just got hit twice in a row with Tanzanite Form's ranged attack. It's story as old as time, right? It just occurred to me that Saradomin brews are kind of broken under this mage setup. Unless if I brute so far down that I can no longer access my spells, debuffs to my magic stat are irrelevant to my damage dealt because I have basically infinite accuracy. So I could always brew and just not bother restoring, at least for a little bit. Hey, more Calquite tree seeds. I need those. I haven't gotten any use so far, which is what I came here for. But so I'll probably go up to KC 25 and then maybe then I'll go work on the quest finally. Ooh, lucky impling. Shit. Let me grab this will be my first time ever catching one. Also my third time ever seeing one in the game across leagues or other playstyles. Catch it. Catch it. Rune crossbow. Catch it. Okay, we got it. Let's see what it is. Black Dragon Hide. Not so great. I should have made it so that the first lucky impling you catch in Mauritania should have a rune crossbow on it. Oh well. I'm at level 100, task complete. Interesting. Okay, that was 25 KC. Let's take a break from Zulrah for a bit. It was fun though. Alright, I'm gonna plant this Calquat tree seed and this magic seed. I'm trying to think what else I want to do here. I think I need to get Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father out of the way, or at least Taste of Hope. So I'm gonna Google what all is gonna go into that and get working on it here in a second. Alright, so my plan is do this farming stuff, and then I'm going to do Taste of Hope, maybe Sins of the Father, and then I'd like to get Herb Lore up to 87 so that I can make anti-venoms with all of the Antidote plus drops I've gotten, which has been insane, by the way. Like, I think I got one Antidote plus drop on live for like 50 kills or something, because it's such a pain to make them otherwise. But I've got enough to probably make enough anti-venoms to last for the rest of my Zulrah attempts, so... 25 coconuts, lame. I'll have to do an ultra compost and hope it doesn't die. So I'm only just now looking at the quest requirements for Taste of Hope and Sins of the Father, and I completely forgot that both quests are melee only, because you need to use the Avandus Flail. So I might be a little bit in trouble. That might be a problem. Well, I may as well try to take it as far as I can and see how it goes once I get to the boss fight. Still have Draining Strikes, so that should still help a little bit. It's not a complete wash. Alright, hoping this quest will be mostly fast-forwarded. I'll pop in if anything cool happens. Or if I get stuck on Ranastraken. I remember the Sins of the Father boss is pretty hard. It felt a lot harder than what you'd expect for a Master tier quest. And that was with... I had really good melee gear, so we'll see how it goes with shitty melee gear and no relics to help. Alright, going in there with some of this Barrow's gear, Barrack's helmet, his body, a silly looking outfit. It'll do. I got those gilded climbing boots. Go ahead and make a inventory setup for this in case I do need to do melee again. I'm kind of curious whether... Well, no, I think I have to do it with melee. I don't think I can like cast spells with the Avandus Flail on autocast. I haven't done this fight in a long time. Run away when he does the charge attack. Oh, I should also bring food. Going in there with like nothing for no reason. Should also pot up because like why not? Let's give it a shot. Good luck, he says. Draining Strikes is probably going to help a bit. That's the big scary blow up attack. Alright, Ranastraken defeated. That wasn't so bad. I think I might be able to get around the requirement to use the flail in the Sins of the Father quest by equipping like a Neferite's aid. Should be able to craft. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think I can warp back to the hideout, right? Oh, fucking wonderful. I love it. Ranastraken is no more. There's the Draken Battalion. It's actually going to be a really good bank teleport. I might switch to using that when I'm on the Ancient Spellbook. I completely forgot that that's a reward for this quest. All right, task complete, Taste of Hope. That's one good thing. Complete. And also I have 3 skill books, which I'm going to throw all on prayer. Book crumbles. Prayer level 80. Sins of the Father. Yeah, I think this bank is better than the Canifis teleport. Also doesn't consume blood runes, so this is going to be very good for when I'm on the Ancient Spellbook. I think I still want the Grand Exchange teleport if I'm on the Standard Spellbook for whatever reason. Yeah, it looks like the Grand Exchange is about 9 to 11 tiles from the bank, and Draken's Medallion is 24, so still better than the Canifis teleport, but could be better. Ramja gloves are closer than the Grand Exchange port if I'm only having to deposit, so I'm gonna have to remember that. Alright, I'm on Sins of the Father. I'll be back if I get stuck. I'm going to try to level ranged up to 70 here so I can use Carol's gear for the boss fight. I'm at the end of Sins of the Father, and I'm worried about it being too difficult. Decided to go with Hill Giants because they drop the Giant's Key, and that's potential points. I'm going to go do some Blisterwood so I can burn it and level Firemaking. I can't chat at the moment. Hey there, so I was on a long phone call there. Didn't have a lot of opportunity to talk. I've gotten to the end of Sins of the Father. I'm right at the boss fight, and I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to complete it. So on fast forward there, you may have seen me go to Hill Giants to quickly knock out 70 ranged. That's so I can equip all that Carol's gear, because it seems like you need magic defense to make the fight a little bit easier. What else? I didn't want to actually attempt the fight without being able to talk, because it's probably going to be interesting, and I certainly don't want to finish the quest without being able to talk. So after getting 70 range, I'm like, what's something I can do? Blisterwood is actually pretty good fire making XP per hour, which is why I'm here. I eventually need to get to 80 fire making, and I've set my goal for that. So I've just sat here and gotten about a little less than an hour's worth of fire making XP. I don't have a ton of time left in the episode. I would like to title this one Sins of the Father. I might have to give up and title it Taste of Hope instead. So let me sit here for a second and think about whether I'm going to actually attempt the boss now that I have the proper gear for it. So I did end up making it to 76 fire making, which maybe is overkill, which means that if I finish Evil Dave, which let's try to do Evil Dave tomorrow, that'll be an episode title. If we finish Evil Dave, then I can boost to 80, and I can stay boosted to 80 and just do a shitload of Shades of Morton and try to get some amulets of the damned. Let me go attempt Vanstrom Klaus, the final boss fight of Sins of the Father. This might be messy since I can't use magic. We'll see. I guess first of all, now that I'm able to chat again, let's equip the full Carol set for the task. Equip any full Barrow set, 100 points. Mark that complete. Blisterwood Flail. About as good as I'm going to get gear-wise, I think. I don't think there's anything else I can bring in there to make this more reasonable. I guess having fully boosted stats for the entire attempt is potentially pretty helpful. Alright, here we go. First attempt on this boss. Just let me pour it out really quick and get a recall. Alright, here goes. Vanstrom Klaus. I did this fight blind on stream. No guide about how the attacks work. I know I have to hit the blood velds from a distance, so I brought darts. Every 10 attacks I should click away to not face Vanstrom, drag him to the blood orbs. Second phase, protect from melee, avoid lightning strikes. Such a cool quest cutscene. Sins of the Father is awesome. I love how dark the entire Mauritania quest chain is. This fight's really hard. Getting my ass kicked at the moment. Crap, I keep getting way too close to that. And you can draw him into it. Shit, I died to the lightning after a really long time trying to practice. It's a really hard fight. Alright, I gotta find another solution. I think once you start having to heal in the lightning phase, it gets really difficult. I just need to like move between two tiles or something. I keep wanting to move in advance and end up having to deal with like lag. Wish I could just mage the boss. You know, I'm gonna give that a try really quick. Hold on. I'm curious if I can in fact get away with maging if I bring the Epherites aid. The wiki says it doesn't work, but could have sworn I remember people talking about that strategy early on. Fortunately, this does cost me 50k every time I die, in addition to all the potions that I lose, so hopefully we get it on the second try, because otherwise I'm going to have to stop attempting in order to gather resources. Alright, I'm going to attempt the fight here really quick and just see if I'm able to mage it with the Epherites aid. If I can, then I'll do that instead, and I'll warp out whether it works or not. Regroup. Alright, so just going to warp in, see if Epherites aid works. If it doesn't, I'll teleport right back out. I'll have to try it again with melee, which was brutal. Definitely doesn't work with the Ancient Staff. And it definitely doesn't work with the Blisterwood Staff. Oh, but Blood Blitz does heal me, interestingly. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very effective. Alright, now I know. Not gonna mage this boss. Alright, let's go to attempt 2 for real this time. I've got a Manta Ray plus Karambwan now for phase 2 in case I make an initial mistake with the lightning. I think when I beat this on live, I didn't actually have to do this fight for real. So this is kind of cool. I think I lamented that this was probably a difficult fight, and I felt like I got robbed by just outgearing it and out-healing it. So now I have to do it for real. Getting my wish, apparently. Because it's not for real. I still have pretty decent gear, although I don't have good melee stats at all. And I do have the tier 6 relic, which is changing things a little bit. Let's hope things are different this time. Let's see. Got to bring darts. Knew I was forgetting something. Heal up and try that again. Coming up on phase 2 again here in a second. Oh, it's just healed for 19. Are you kidding me? Why is he healing so much? Oh, I switched prayers. God damn it. So I assumed that he was phase swapping there. Hopefully that doesn't get me killed due to lack of healing. That was so brutal. Holy crap. I used almost every brew in my inventory. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I should have turned on the heart rate monitor. Oh my god. Well, I got the real fight. Every last brew. That fight is hard. If I had the relic, I would have just cheesed it so fast. Accuracy boost and the tick speed boost and the fact that my attack and strength level would be so much higher. Whew. I'm so happy that's done. I'm going to throw the lamps from this onto prayer. And then usually I'd go for another 40 minutes or so, but I think I'm going to wrap early. That was a bit too much for my heart for today. Whew. Complete Sins of the Father. 100 points, Tome of Experience, access to Blisterwood Weaponry, Draken's Medallion, Darkmire Teleport, which is very exciting. Look at how close the call that was. Whew. I'm glad I decided to heal at the end. I was down to like 30 health. All right, so we're gonna put this all in prayer, which I think is like 720,000 prayer, which gets us really close to the goal of 85. So that's very exciting. Yeah, look at that. 83 prayer, 2 levels to go, 429k to go. That might be something I work on next episode. Let me get the hell out of here. My hands are shaking. Let me get the hell out of here. Go to a bank somewhere. Tomorrow will probably be some mix of Evil Dave, prayer training. I'll probably gather some day alt now that I have access to it. I want to try to get RuneCraft. If I can get it all the way to 86, that's the minimum to boost toward to get the Karamja Elite Diary. I might try to do that, but we'll see how much essence that's going to require, because I'm not even sure. It's going to result in us having way more than enough death runes, and then blood runes are going to be the bottleneck going forward. Okay, I'm going to sign off for today. Thanks for watching. Calm down a bit. Tomorrow we'll do Freeing Evil Dave and RuneCraft training. Maybe check out Hallowed Sepulchre and do some other stuff in Darkmire. I think there's a ton of tasks in there that I look forward to trying to complete. I'll see ya. Bye.